we're going to dole out some awards, and I want to hear what y'all think as well in the chat. So as we go, let us know. We could have a little informal chat vote as well on these awards. Let's work our way up, actually. You know what? Let's start with the most obvious one. Or is it obvious? Let's find out. Who is the Mavs MVP
DLLS
of the
post-game
season?
show.
Oh. Who is the Mavs' second place MVP so far this season?
I'm going to say Kyrie Irving because a lot of nights he has made the games very watchable and entertaining, and even in the defeats, he's made them very bearable. Now, the DLLS postgame show has done that every single game.
You're damn right.
Win or loss.
That's right.
But Kyrie has done that for a lot of them. So, Kyrie.
Yeah, Kyrie's obvious choice here. I mean, he's an all-star again this year. Has carried this team offensively, done so through injury. But as we mentioned a little earlier, has been the face of the franchise, especially in the wake of the trade. So Kyrie Irving, definitely the MVP of the Mavericks so far through 56 games.
Yeah, I think it's pretty unanimous in the chat right now. It's Kyrie. Claymore says PJ Washington is the runner-up. I would probably have to agree with you there. He's been really, really good and really steady, for the most part this season.
I might throw Daniel Gafford in there too.
What's interesting about Kyrie, though, is that, had this been done like 2 months ago, the answer might have been the same. Even whenever Luka was still on the team, Kyrie was super consistent, very productive, did not miss a lot of games, whereas Luka was battling injuries, throughout most of the first half of the season before, obviously missing a ton of time after that calf injury on Christmas. And so, this season hasn't gone the way anyone wanted, but without Kyrie, it would have gone a whole lot worse.
Agreed. Yeah.
Kat, who's your MVP?
I got to go with Kyrie as well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. No contrarians. Abby, who's your MVP? Kai?
Yep.
I don't
no one is bold enough.
Everybody's snubbing us.
No. Oh, yeah. No one says DLLS Mavs postgame show.
Yeah.
FM says Kyler Kelly. I like that.
Oh, that's a good one. I thought this was for second, obviously.
Okay.
Well,
yeah,
let's make that clear next time, Kat.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm just saying, sorry, that helps, but it doesn't fix the mistake.
All right, this one is.
You guys have definitely played enough games.
We're the only ones who have
played a lot of overtime as well.
Who is the Mavs' sixth man of the year? Now, I don't even know who would even qualify at this point, but who is the Mavs' sixth man of the year?
Najee
so far?
Marshall, I think.
Oh, man. You know what? Bleep it. Max Christie.
Let's go.
Max Christie, sixth man of the year already through 6 games. Give it to Max Christie. 17 points per game. He's become a fan favorite. Max Christie, sixth man of the year for Dallas already. He's been here less than 2 weeks.
Start the engraving.
Yeah.
He has started only 2 of his 6 games.
That's right.
He would qualify. But Najee has only started 14 of 43 games. So we'll go with Najee still.
First off, shout out RBZ. Good to see you again, my friend. But also, F you, RBZ, for breaking my heart and saying Quentin Grimes.
Oh.
No.
He dropped 30 the other night for Philadelphia.
He doesn't go here anymore.
No,
he goes
does
to
not.
a different school.
That's right.
Sarah says Gafford. Okay, that's a good shout.
I'll allow it. Gafford has started a ton of games though.
Gafford has technically started more games than he's had.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
28 of 51.
God,
Yeah.
the season really is cursed.
But it's Sarah, so it's allowed.
Sarah, your vote counts for sure.
That's right.
Yeah, a lot of Najee. Respect, dude. Najee's been really good. Obviously, whatever sickness he had took a lot out.
My
of him,
gosh.
but he's been pretty good. Kat, any other contenders, or do you agree with Najee? In the mic.
I was looking for the knife.
The knife.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What
We'll
about
find the drop?
Ooh, this is actually a really compelling one. Most improved player.
Ooh.
I've got Omax. And
Wow. Okay. I would not have guessed that.
I wasn't sure Omax was an NBA player, and I think he's shown enough that even if his future isn't in Dallas, he's going to catch on somewhere else. Like he was one of those players where you were questioning, does he have a second contract?
Yeah.
It was at that point.
We were.
I fear. Yeah. And I think what he's shown over this season, someone for sure, like he's going to be in the NBA 7-8 years. We'll see if he emerges as like a rotation player or anything like that. I still have some hesitancies about some of his effectiveness, especially on the defensive end, but not a bad. Like I think his future is probably a small ball big man, small ball center type player.
What about you, Bobby?
I'm gonna go with PJ Washington actually for this one for most improved player. I mean, he's got the toughest defensive assignment every night. To the chagrin of us at times, ball handling is a little bit of an issue. But I think he showed enough improvement in that area to be a credible ball handler at times. He's shown a little bit more in terms of his offensive game. He's shooting a career best from the 3-point line, I believe, so far this season. So I'm going to go with PJ Washington as the most improved because they've had to ask him to do a lot for this team, and I think he's improved enough to where I would give him that nod. We're not going to go with Omax.
Opinions are so diverse, so diverse. So Camellia says Omax, Sarah says Dinwiddie, Ardell says Clay, Claymore says Omax and Gafford, Andrew says Grimes, Sarah Dinwiddie, Q Grimes says Kessler. Shout out Quentin Grimes in the chat, hanging out with us, fresh off scoring 30. Brian says Mad Max Christie. Smoke Show says Omax. Roger says Gafford. Like Ernesto says Edwards. Everyone is saying somebody different. And I think, again, despite this season and pretty much anything associated with this organization not going the way that we hoped it would or expected it to, there's still a lot of guys stepping up, and playing above and beyond what we expected of them. I think if I had to answer, and I think both of those are really good ones, both PJ and Omax are good ones. I want to see Max Christie do this a little more than just 5 games. But if he's this guy, then I think it's him.
I think you can give a shout for Anthony Davis as well. He's averaging 7 assists in his Dallas career.
That is just crazy.
Like the leaps that he's taken as a playmaker,
yeah,
it's incredible. 7 assists per game. Like this is like we need to start having conversations like in the Jokic category a little bit more. It's a huge part of the Dallas offense. Every single game.
Tim Yeager says Jason Kidd. That's a good one too. Kat? Omax. We got the picture.
We do have the picture.
Agenda, baby.
Omax is our guy. He's the guy of Bobby.
I mean, give credit to Omax because Tim, you mentioned it. I mean, there were a lot of questions coming into the year whether that guy is actually an NBA rotational player, and you're seeing the game start to slow down for him in a number of ways to where you get the idea that okay, he has enough there that you can feel better about as the season goes on because they're going to ask him to play a lot of minutes going forward as well. So if this is the trajectory that he is on, he's going to be a real contributor to this rotation for the rest of the year, and good for him because I didn't know if that was necessarily going to be the case for him this upcoming season, coming into the season, I should say.
In closing, this might actually be a tough one because the Mavs are just 3-8 in games that have been decided by 3 points or fewer. Last year was not the case. Clutch player of the year. No, we have to do it. This is an official
player of the year.
Clutch player of the year, Tim.
I will say that honestly, I'm still going to say Derek Lively is my defensive player of the year. Like it's just so obvious how much better this team is defensively when he's on the court.
How do you boot someone as the host? Do you have that power? Is there like a button over here or something?
Kevin, you should know this. Wait, I have to say a clutch player?
You literally have to. I will get so mad if you don't.
Okay.
I want to see Kevin get mad, actually.
KG, who's yours?
Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is a clutch player of the year. I mean, you just go back to the game they had against the Golden State Warriors. I mean, he had 42 points. He was making shots left and right. When they needed big shots from him, he's giving it to him for the most part. And Kyrie Irving is going to have to be the guy that continues to come up clutch 9 in and 9 out. So he gets 2 awards from me today. He gets the MVP and the clutch player of the year award for me.
How about, this is going to be a little controversial maybe, how about Derek Lively? Coming up with a lot of plays defensively in the clutch. In the clutch this year.
Oh, and I said Derek Lively, and you got mad at me.
No, you gave an award that we weren't naming.
How about Derek Lively on clutch free throws this year?
Yeah.
100%.
Wow.
How many?
100%. He is 0.3 of 0.3 per game in 13 games.
He's 4 for 4.
Yeah, 4. He's 4 for.
Look, okay, here. Y'all ready for this one?
Yeah.
There's 3 players that are plus 20 or more total plus minus in clutch this year.
For the
Okay.
Mavs?
For the Mavs.
Okay.
Can we guess them?
I saw the answer already, so
Okay.
I'm hiding my computer screen.
Derek Lively.
1.
PJ Washington.
No.
One of the
Kyrie
answers makes
Irving.
me mad.
I know, me too.
Kyrie Irving.
No.
Quentin Grimes.
No.
Luka
Max
Doncic.
Christie.
No.
Maxi Kleba.
One of them I just said.
It sure as hell ain't Dinwiddie. Are you serious?
Yeah.
He is the leader in the clubhouse. He has played 60 clutch minutes. He's a plus 27.
Get the bleep out of here.
No, I'm serious.
Get the bleep out of here.
I mean, we can't
Take
cuss,
that
so.
for data.
That's a good callback. Shout out to David
Ew.
Fizdale. Take that for data.
So Spencer Dinwiddie. So
What?
is his raw plus minus the highest on the team?
Yep.
In the
And then
clutch?
in the clutch. And then there's one more guy. To
Gosh.
be fair, he's only played 9 minutes and he's a plus 21.
Kyler Kelly.
I know who it is.
You're gonna die,
Who is it?
Mr. Airball himself.
Oh, Jaden Hardy? Oh, man. We are down bad. We are down real bad. That 2 of the 3 guys that are the best in the clutch this year are Spencer Dinwiddie and Jaden Hardy.
I can't believe they keep giving Kyrie these minutes to end games. My other candidate for clutch player of the year was Klay Thompson because he's hit a lot of go-ahead shots. Unfortunately,
I'm about to say, when does he play in the clutch?
well, he's played in 21 games that have counted as clutch, and the Mavs are only 7-14 in these games. The Mavs are not a good clutch team this year.
Ooh.
But Klay has hit how many should have been or could have been game winners has Klay hit this year? It's like at least 4 or 5.
Hell, he had one on
Really?
Wednesday night against Sacramento.
Yeah, and he hit one against Golden State.
Yeah.
I think he hit one in the Utah game before they blew that John Collins dunk.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a few. He's hit some really big shots. His shooting numbers in the fourth quarter have been pretty good.
We all silly like the mayor.